Alright, so back again, welcome to the first Jetcast, also better known as Rocket League podcast, as you can see from the title. It's pretty much as simple as that. I won't waffle too much about what's going to happen here, but as you can imagine, I'm just going to discuss a couple of different areas in the game with a couple of people from Discord. If you want to be involved in these, join the Discord server, the link's in the description, and we'll have numerous more topics to come in the future. So, hope you enjoy this one. We are chatting a lot of shit in these, so please don't take anything to heart. This is the first one, and I hope you enjoy these. Please do let me know if you do, and I'll see you at the end. Okay, well, welcome both Archer and Kifanoy we have today. Obviously this is the first one of a series we're looking to do, isn't it? So we'll start off with the game dying principle. I know these two will have some good insights to it. So what I would pretty much want to start off asking you two about would be kind of why do you think it's happening and what's the main cause of it as such. So I don't know who would like to go first, but any insights?
Do you wanna start it?
What's the main cause of Rocket League dying? Alright.
Yeah.
I'll say one reason that has been a major cause of the downfall is the removal of trading, I'll say.
Yeah.
Because everyone loved trading.
Yeah.
Everyone loved trading. There was like people who like lived off trading.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it got removed, so now pretty much everyone's value is worthless. The traders are probably not even going to play anymore.
Yeah.
Because like every trader I know is a pretty low rank.
Yeah.
So what like, you know, I know with like rocket prices and that, because obviously they were my sponsor for a long time. As soon as that news got announced, they were gone. They were like,
Yeah.
we can't pay you anymore because we got no business left. Like,
Yeah.
stuff like that. There's so many businesses, but people who were making money off the game through trading and people who are doing well with it, making content out of it, they can't do that anymore, and it's kind of ruined a big chunk of the community as well, isn't it? So
Oh yeah, there was like trading YouTubers as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're probably gone.
yeah.
They're probably gone.
exactly that. And it's just like, I think when you do stuff like that, I mean, it ruins people's like reputation of the game almost. I don't think it's a clever thing to. I don't really know what the reason was behind it. I don't know if it was to stop people going to people like Rocket Price and saying, look, I need credits, can I just buy from you instead? Because I know that's what FIFA did. I don't know if any of you are aware of FIFA, but FIFA kind of cut out coin sellers quite well, and obviously that's got them more money. I think that's what they're trying to do here, maybe, I don't know.
But why would you remove the whole of trading just to gain more money by credits, you know?
I think that's because that's the only way they could have done it. That's the only way they could have stopped external
Was there
credit
even a
purchases.
reason?
I don't think there was. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from as far as I'm aware, they just said player. Remember that little banner across the bottom? Player of trading will be removed in December.
Bruh.
Yeah,
that was
no
even
insight.
a reason.
No insight at all. But can't they just they could have kept trading, but kept that you can no longer trade with credits, you know, just items for items.
Yeah, they could
That
have.
would have worked.
They could have, but I think that's probably the main reason. From what I think, I don't know if there is an actual reason, but that would make sense to me because I've seen it happen before in other games, and that's the way they kind of get the money away from the resellers of credits and items, whatever, and just all the revenue to go through them, which is what Epic do, because Epic are robbing bastards. But
so for me as well, when they stopped using crates, you know,
yes,
keys and
I
crates
remember crates.
instead of
I do remember crates
instead
very
of
well.
just the blueprints right now.
Yeah, blueprints is a money grab.
Exactly, the blueprints are just a money grab because you need to open everything with credits.
Mm-hmm.
There's one way to get credits, and that's you pay up.
Because I remember you used to get keys from drops and stuff like that. Then you used to get them just by playing, and you used to get them by rewards. And I know I don't know they give you drops now, but
they were quite rare, you know.
Yeah.
The keys were quite rare, and now it's just like, okay, you can pay €20, £20, $20, whatever, and you get 2,000 credits, and now you can unlock a black market decal.
yeah,
It just seems so money grabbish compared to, all right, we got some crates, you sometimes get a key, and maybe you're lucky.
yeah. And people catch on to that though. People will see like Epic are money grabbing, and then just tarnishes your reputation. Like they fucked Fortnite up. Let's be real. They did that same thing. They just overcomplicated everything, made everything a money grab, and of course that. Well, I don't say these Fortnite died because I don't think it really has, but this is what they're doing now, and it's just put people's like a lot of the player. Don't get me wrong, reputation for Fortnite has gone down drastically because of that. It's doing the same to this now, and I think that's probably the reason why it's. People just say Rocket League's dead now, even though if you actually look at the player count, it's not too dissimilar to what it was maybe this time last year or the year before, when it actually was kind of like people were still playing it. But since free to play, it's like the third of what it used to be. So something's clearly gone downhill.
Yeah, not to even mention, Fortnite doesn't even feel like Fortnite anymore.
Yeah,
It's just like, it's too much. There's too much stuff.
that's my point, and that's what I was going to come on to, kind of like, whilst we're on this topic of like how they ruined it. Doing too much is like probably one of the reasons. Like they're trying to overcomplicate. Like, why are they removing drop shot? Like what benefit have they got from that? I don't understand. Removing a game mode that people know and play. What benefit has it brought to the game to not have it on there? I don't understand.
It was
that.
arguably also the best extra mode in the game.
Well,
without
I
Heatseeker, I do rate Heatseeker. It was not an official extra mode, but I feel it should have been an extra mode.
It's just really, it is stuff like that when they, like, as Kif just said about Fortnite, they do too much. They overcomplicate things. And Rocket League's always been a simple game. Like, you just log on and play 5-minute games. Like, it doesn't need to be hard. You don't need to do too much to it. Just keep it fresh in terms of the ways you can play. Like, the tournaments edition was great. I love that.
Yeah,
that's
when
the only good change
revamped
they
the
made.
Tournaments, that was very good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Doing too much is probably quite a common cause of it, because I feel like you overcomplicate and something needs to be overcomplicated, and people just get put off by it. The best games are quite often the simple games. So, in terms of like, why do you think people just generally don't log on to play anymore? Like, do you think it's a boring game now for people? Do you like? Because I know, say you don't want to overcomplicate it, but then if people get bored of repetition, like, what do you think in terms of that?
I do have a little theory. I'm not sure if anyone else feels this, but lately the meta has changed a little bit as well to be more demo heavy.
Oh, and yeah,
people really dislike demos,
me included.
Exactly. And if you just get demoed constantly, which is basically the game right now, you're gonna get mad. You're not gonna play a game, you're gonna get mad. You're gonna do something else that actually you enjoy playing. So I do think people will play Rocket League less just because of how it's changing in game, and that nothing Psyonix or even Epic can do about that.
No, I agree. It's the player base in that sense, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's like, even when you do play games from, I don't know if anyone else experiences, but when I'm playing the games and the community's just gone so fucked up. People are so soft now. Like, people obviously frown upon chat or whatever. I don't really understand why, because it's it's part and parcel of the game. It's most of the time it's for a laugh when we do it. I know when I have a laugh with people competitively on the chat.
Yeah.
People take it so, like, when your teammates throw the games, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's really sad. When you're 2-0 down with 3 minutes left,
and people are leaving
just
the
forfeit,
games.
dude. Yeah,
it's just, come on, like, it's like people are half-arsing it now, and it impacts everyone else's experience, because if people are half-arsing it, then the people you're playing with are going to be more frustrated, and it's a knock-on effect, really.
Yeah. I once had a threes game where the two other guys were in voice chat, and one was French and one was English, and they were just ripping into each other in French and English, and I was just laughing my ass off all game. And we lost like very bad, but I know those guys didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed it so much. It was hilarious. But those kind of things, if I wouldn't have enjoyed that, I'm not gonna come back to the game where people are just mad at each other constantly.
To be fair, I think it is almost natural where you may get bored of a game, but it's a case of people don't come back as well. I think, like, I'm sure we've both, us three have all played games where you do go back to it after a while, even though if you play something all day every day, you will eventually get bored. And it's a case of, though, you can have a break for a week and you think, fuck, I really want to go back to that game now. And I don't think people do that with this game. I think it has a lasting effect on people. And I've been there. There's times I want to be like, I need a fucking 2-week break from this game, even though I'll just jump onto film and that's it. I ain't gonna play it any other time. And obviously, people who don't do content just won't play it at all. So I think there's that. I think people just in this day and age just rather play open world games as well. I don't think the hype around it is there anymore. I think it's kind of lived its time, which is sad for people like me who want to make videos on it and do stuff. But you know, what else can you do really? Just try and get people back. I'm trying to convince people to do tournaments, do my league series, do anything with me just to play again, just so I can get them back in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't playing RL actively, like, I think it was like 4 days ago, and I kind of only just came back 3 days ago, because I was just like, fuck it, I just want to play a bit, see how the game is.
Exactly, but I think over time, like, you know, that's you coming back, which is good, and that's people who will come back, but there's people who won't bother, and people are just like, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna delete it, I ain't gonna play again. Whereas I think if it's like a bigger game in terms of like, you know, say if you Call of Duties or whatever, there'll be a new one that comes out and it'll bring people back. Which just going on to my next point really is the kind of lack of creativity. I've said this a few times, they need to make a new game, I think. Call it Rocket League 2, whatever, make a new game, it will bring everyone back.
Oh, that'll blow up Rocket League, I'll be
Exactly,
honest.
that's my point.
Yeah.
If you make a Rocket League 2, keep it the same principle. Yeah, fair enough. Keep it same. Maybe change some of the, you know, the mechanics. Maybe change the way the pitches are. Whatever. It will bring everyone back. It's new and fresh, and people wouldn't have played it before. And that's kind of something that, you know, the Call of Duties, the FIFAs, whatever, this world, that they've done that, and they are massive because of that.
And you know, they test out some game modes by rotating them. One of the good ones is the one where you get spikes and you need to knock each other off the platform, right? It was a great game.
Spike Rush, was it? Did you say? Is that yeah?
Yeah, I think it's that. That was a great game mode. A lot of people had a lot of fun in that, and they just keep it for 2 weeks and then they drop it out. But they could, you know, actually add it as an extra mode, because people are enjoying it so much, and they would probably like some ranked games in it.
That's my point. It's keeping it fresh, like, and what they're doing, instead of adding stuff, they're removing stuff. They're taking Drop Shot or Snow Day out. Next season there won't be any Snow Day. Like, why are they doing it? Yeah.
Are they taking? Oh,
they're swapping it, and they'll put Drop Shot back in, and then Snow Day will go into casual. Like, why are you removing things from the game? It's not how you grow a game. You add stuff to grow a game. You don't take things away. I don't know what they're trying to do with that. I don't know if they're trying to make it more simple for people, remove stuff that ain't interesting, like, but you're gonna lose people who do enjoy that. So I don't really get it. I don't understand it at all.
I'll say the ranked community is just carrying the game right now. This game's just like heavily based off ranked.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone plays any casual modes.
No.
Because no one plays the casual modes because they're just boring.
Yeah, I agree.
No one plays it.
If they somehow found the way to make ranked 1s, 2s, 3s, Rumble, Drop Shot, Snow Day, Hoops, Knockout, Heat Seeker, all that boomer.
Oh man,
like,
ranked
how sick that would be.
So
like,
good.
Why are they so against doing that? It's such an easy thing. Like, even like when they brought out Knockout, everyone loved it for so long. Removed it for about a year. Like, what are you doing? Like, people are saying this is good. There's no way you tell me you can't make a ranked Knockout.
No, you definitely can.
And just make it so you can't party up, because otherwise people just make teams. Do you know what I mean?
And then you fucking switch it out with stuff like Griddian.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
No, you're right. I just don't. I don't understand. I really don't. It's like, even put Knockout in private matches. I was calling it for ages when we were doing my internal tournaments and stuff. I really want to do a Knockout tournament.
Yes.
And I can't because they refuse to put it in the game. And I just don't. It seems like they're lazy. Like, they're just getting on with their money grabbed from people who buy the Rocket Pass and buy the player anthems that they bring out. And this is another point they make. They put so much into stuff like that, cosmetics, like, which is what they do with Fortnite. They don't focus on the game. They just focus on item shops. And you can have a new song when you score, and you can make your car orange or something like that. Like, it's not realistically going to change people's lives for more than about 2 hours, is it, really, to get bored of it?
No, it really isn't. I did enjoy the Lightning McQueen edition, but that's just me for like a month.
They get it right every now and then, but you know, you go in when you introduce 1,000 things a day. So yeah, I mean, the only other point I can think of really why, almost as a measure of why it's dying is, I said this at the start, and I don't really know too much about esports, and I don't really follow it too much, but I think you two have a better idea. I know, Arch, you keep up with it a little bit, but that's declining, isn't it? That's taking a massive hit in terms of views and rewards, and
it definitely is. I think views maybe not so much, but that's just because there are some bigger Twitch streamers who are taking on teams. Especially the French ones, because they are doing very well. But something that is really gonna push teams out again and push pros out as well is the prize pool.
Yes.
It's getting smaller.
Yeah.
That's not a way to keep people engaged. So last year, the World Championship had first prize was $600,000. Second was $400,000, and third and fourth was $200,000. That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
that's great. For an organization to win, you want to fight for that. You want to get that, and you can basically live off that for a little while as an organization, right?
Yeah.
This year, the main prize is $300,000, so it's halved. Second prize 150, and third and fourth 99,000, I think. So all of those prizes have halved or even more. There are less majors, so there's less opportunity to make a good amount of money, and it's just not interesting for organizations to look at this game and go, "Oh, I want to invest in this," because they're not going to get their investment back by taking away the money.
Exactly. I mean, I think that the half is a representation of the way the game's gone. I think it's got half as popular. And as you say, if you lose your big stream, if the big streamers are generally the people that are the best at the game, right? So, your Musties or whatever, whoever used to be, whoever's top is Zen or whatever, they are the people who generally will get the top views and top streams. So if you start to lose them, the game's just gonna fucking capitulate and die. There's no two ways about it. It's just gonna fucking. When people will generally just say, "I never play in this game again." When that starts to ramp up, you are completely finished. If your kind of fallback, for example, game just to go and have a laugh used to be this game, then you think, "No, fuck that, that's gonna go." That's a massive casual player base you're losing as well.
So another thing that is pushing people out of the esport, and that's mostly the fans, is they are being so vague around majors, the live events. They have kept the dates. Well, they knew the date, but they didn't say where they were going to keep the major, so people couldn't prepare, right? The 14th of January, they told us where the major is the 28th of March.
Right.
This means that, the players really need to get their visas quite quick.
Yeah.
Everything needs to go their way, otherwise they won't even be able to make it to Copenhagen in this case. That's where it's going to be held. But all the fans as well who want to go, they need to book flights, hotels, everything in advance just to be there. They're not going to do it either because prices are just going up. It's going to be more expensive now to book a flight to Copenhagen than it was 2 months ago.
Yeah, and it's also you just don't seem organised. You're not going to encourage people that they're going to have a good time if you're just all over the place, announcing things late. I don't know. I just think the whole general vibe of it's just kind of dying. I don't really know what the fix is, which would be my last question to both of you. Really, would be if I ask you both in turn, really, because it's probably what they're thinking. Epic HQ are thinking. How do we fix this? Right. If this is going to die, I'll start with you, Kif.
I'll say listen to the community a bit more, because just if you just do what the whole community loves, then I'd say more players could actually come back from that.
Yeah. Well,
I would also say more modes, perhaps more creativity, Because currently there's like, I don't even feel like there's new modes. Maybe just like a bit new modes in classics, but it's only new modes like beach ball, which don't really make a big difference because it's just a ball with different gravities.
No,
it's just a mutator set.
It's just
Everyone's done that in private matches already, and let's be real, like, and you know, you're right, is, you know, but make them new modes, but make them actually competitive. Don't just throw them in casual for 2 weeks, because people ain't gonna make people stick. If there's a new thing that people can grind up, great. Let's get back on the game. Let's try and get to Grand Champion body,
knockout,
boomer or knockout. Yeah, that'd be great fun. And you get some decent sized player base back from that. Like, make an announcement on it. People love it. But what they're focused on now is, let's get people back with bundles about James Bond or Star Wars or something.
Star Wars,
Oh my God.
That's what they're doing instead, and it just doesn't appeal to many people, really.
No.
So, I mean, I'll ask the same question to you, Arch. What do you reckon is the way forward?
Yeah, I think the way forward is definitely the more creativity. Use those little 2-week bursts of new game modes to test out, to check what the people like, and if you want to add it for real or if you want to keep it out of the game, that way. But really, give us more modes, give them to us in ranked. People love ranked. And give them to us for private matches as well, as you said. Then we can go off and make our own competition in it.
Exactly, you're right, because the 2-week thing is great, because it gives you an example like Knockout. People loved it to the point that when they did remove it, they thought, fuck, we need to get this back, because it was such a popular thing. But why wait a year? And also, why not bring it in permanently? Why are you still toying with it? Like, are they trying to keep it rare so people don't get bored? I don't know. I don't know, but I think one thing is good to remember as well, that I think gaming as a whole is on a decline, so you can't expect Rocket League to be immune to that. So maybe give it a little bit of slack, but I think it's not proportional with the gaming decline. I think it's definitely quicker. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I think we covered most things. So is there anything else you want to end with, you two? Any final thoughts?
Let's protest Psionics until they actually add Heatseeker and Knockout.
I'm happy for that. If anyone wants to meet us,
I'm up for that.
Anyone wants to meet us at the Epic HQ, I'll book a flight with you.
Yeah,
I will start a riot.
So that is the end of the first podcast. As I said, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't take it too to heart. If you're offended by some of the stuff I said, I don't know how you would be, because it's all fucking against Epic. But yeah, that is what's going to happen from now on. We'll do a few of these here and there, so if you do want to be involved, the link's in the description. Big thanks to Arch and Kifnoy for this one, and we'll get 2 new people in for the next one. So I will see you then.